You are watching high school athletics on the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technologies, Jesup Jayhawk Athletics. To be more specific, we welcome to the Hawks Nest above the South Gym at Jesup Community Schools in Jesup, Iowa. Tonight, it's the boys basketball season underway at home, and the first game of the season, other than the Jamboree, as the Jayhawk boys, under the direction of head coach Joe Smines, brings in BCLUW and the Comets in Game 2 of this doubleheader. Jesup girls losing one moments ago, 35-30, to take them to a 1-1 mark on the season right now. Joining me in the Hawks Nest tonight is Luke Baldwin. And Luke, we look out there tonight, same uniforms, a lot of different players in the boys' sky.
Yeah, can we just I know I'm going out on a limb here. I want to be careful what we say tonight, but we do have another sweet hairdo happening this year. Young Barrett.
That's a sweet mullet.
Yeah, Landon Barrett, Kyle and Betsy's son, he is rocking a all-star mullet this year. So we're gonna give props where props are due. But yeah, that aside, we got a lot of youth out here, just much like we do on the group. Well, you know, I say we have a lot of youth. We have 3 seniors in the starting lineup, but we also graduated a lot of talent, and we've got some younger guys that are going to get some minutes here tonight. And so it's just a kind of a lot of new faces that we're going to see on the varsity court here tonight, particularly at the skill positions. Point guard, for example, you're going to see a lot of Joey Youngblood and Cade Nolan. And then, we're used to seeing Lee Now kind of down low. Well, we're going to see Landon Brett and, Alex Moore will make his way down there. Another guy you're going to see a lot of probably is Josh Johnson. Josh is a junior, and I came up and watched these guys play in a scrimmage this past weekend, and I was really impressed with the job Josh did. He's come a long ways. He's a tall, lanky kid, but he plays stronger than he looks, and I apologize to Josh for saying that because I'm sure that's comes off not the way I meant it to come off.
It's as positive as you can get into.
He's a good-looking kid. He's just tall and lanky, but he plays strong. So looking forward to watching him, and I don't know, it'll be interesting. We're new, and I suspect we'll have some inconsistent plays, which is consistent with the team that is relatively new.
Well, the Heartland Technology pregame show did get a chance to catch up with head coach Joe Smines, and he talks about how different this squad is. For Jesup tonight, boys basketball at home finally after Jamboree and a chance to get some things going. BCLUW coming in tonight. Joe, a completely different team almost than last year.
Yep. As soon as we got beat last year at by Dyke in the district final, it's kind of the start of a new team. So this group's done a good job from last spring getting themselves ready to play this year. Brand new group minus a few familiar faces with Joey Youngblood, a returning starter, Alex Moore, played some quality minutes last year, and Cole Van Brocklin. Otherwise, the guys are pretty much new with Cade and Dylan McCombs and Landon Barrett, Josh Johnson, and Cooper Fueling. So you'll see a brand new guys tonight playing for the first time. So
well, let's rewind preseason, getting through the first couple weeks, go down to the Jamboree, talk through the experience there.
Yeah, the Jamborees are always interesting. I tell the guys that sometimes teams go over there and they think it's the state championship. Sometimes teams think it's the 6th day of practice. And we were kind of in between this year a little bit just because we didn't know quite what we had going. And pretty good effort. Got everybody in the ball game. Saw some really good things. Saw some things that needed some work, obviously. And that might be kind of our course here, at least until Christmas. See, from here to there. So, but overall, it was a pretty good effort. We got the win versus East Buck. Everybody got to be in the ball game. and saw some good positives that we can build upon.
So you launch into preseason practice, and there's only so much you can do with the team you have as far as scrimmaging, playing one another. What really stood out to you in the scrimmage of when you could see different competition against your guys? What really stood out that maybe impacted you positive-wise, and you're like, ooh, that's something we still need to work on?
Yeah, this group is a little different makeup. We're a little more post-dominant with Landon and Josh and Zach Mead and even Joey a little bit, as opposed to years past where we've been a little more guard-dominated. So that's been one of our things we're working on this year. Our offensive and defensive rebounding, something that's been good in practice. It was good in the Jamboree. Hopefully that carries us forward this year. Probably our biggest thing is experience. And the only way you get experience is by playing. So, and a lot of these guys haven't played a lot of varsity time, but they've played a lot of basketball, and they've gotten themselves ready to play so far. So it would be fun tonight to see how some guys handle the lights for the first time, and I think that this group's ready to play, though. The last couple of days have been very good at practice. If you came and watched us the first couple of weeks, you'd be thinking, this group's got a long way to go, and we still do, but the last couple of days have been better, and these guys are good to go tonight.
How do you prepare for that, to come out on the floor for the first time in that varsity uniform for those guys?
You really don't. There's not much you can – we've gone over everything we've gone over. I was thinking this today. We're probably a couple days behind where we normally are, just in terms of installation of things and some of that stuff. But just group we're trying to give a little more or less to, so they can just go out and play and not think as much. And I think they're ready to go. We'll see. You never quite know until the lights come on who's going to be good and who's going to be bad for you on any given night. But the nice thing about this team, I think we got 8, 9, 10 guys that can play for us that we're going to have to cycle in, cycle out. So maybe a little deeper than we've been in years past, but that should hopefully be to our advantage tonight. So
talk about the other team, BCLUW coming in. What's the outlook on them? It's very early to even probably get a read on it.
Yeah, they got more back than we have. They have their best player back from last year, number 21, Troy Dolphin. They have a guard named Jack Garber who played for them last year, started at the end of the year. Hit a couple threes against us in the district game last year, and they have a big guy that's pretty athletic. So they got a fair amount back. They're not very deep. It looks like they return about 3 or 4 guys that play, then they kind of drops off for them. So always interesting. They looked the part. I thought that last year when we played them, they look athletic. They're going to rebound the ball, and they're going to be physical. So it'll be a good challenge for us tonight in that regard. Kind of two similar teams a little bit in that regard, mainly inside players going at each other. So I expect a physical game tonight. Whichever team can rebound the ball and take care of the basketball has got the best chance to win.
So as we look at a new year, there's always maybe something new that the state's handed down. Any rules we look at as far as something you got to be aware of?
No, nothing really overly new other than the coaching box is double the size, so I'm not sure that's good or bad for us. But it'd be nice to roam a little further down. Points of emphasis, again, are, cleaning the post play, and those type of things. No hand checking, things that we've been going on for 3 or 4 years that don't seem to get called ever anyway. So, but otherwise, no, it's normal basketball and should be good to go.
So from an AD standpoint, from the office, how are things starting off in the winter season?
It's been good. Participation numbers are solid again. Most teams, we have good numbers in the junior high boys basketball program. About 30, I think. It's a little down from last year, but still pretty good solid numbers. Junior high girls are in the 20s, which is really good for us. The wrestling numbers are a little up from last year. Still not quite where we want them, but they're getting better. And things are off to a good start. I know the middle school girls have already played a game this year. Middle school boys open up on Thursday. Middle school wrestling's at Independence today with Coach Hall, who's making his coaching debut. Glad to have him back coaching in the system, one of our alums. And then high school wrestling gets going on Thursday at Wapsie, and then we have our home tournament on Saturday. So they're getting ready to go and excited to watch those guys, especially Brian Sadler, who came out ranked number 1 at the heavyweight. So excited to get them going as well.
Fast and furious before Christmas. Good luck, Joe.
Thank you.
Catching up with Athletic Director Joe Smines, also our boys basketball coach here at Jesup. Starting lineups underway right now here in Jesup. Dan Fox in the PA.
Number 43, Johnny Knapp. A senior, number 45, Keegan Reinhardt. The Comets are coached by Luke Higgins, assisted by Dylan Humble and Donna Fiskus. And now for the Jayhawks, a senior, number 4, Joey Youngblood. A senior, number 5, Alex Moore. A junior, number 11, Kate Nolan. A senior, number 14, Mike Johnson. Comet fans, are you ready? Jayhawk fans, are we ready?
And we are ready for some basketball here in Jesup tonight as we have BCLUW and Jesup starting off their regular seasons. Both are at 0-0. And Jesup looking to get their first win on the week, as we will also see Union come in to face Jesup on Friday. Barrett gets the tip, but Comets will get possession.
Comets with the quick outside shot, no good, nothing but net, and then the quick foul, and that'll go against Keegan Reinhardt. That'll obviously be his first on the night, given we're just 10 seconds into this thing. Cade Nolan at the point pushes the ball up the court quick.
Nolan down to Barrett. Hard pass, McCombs can't get his grips on it. Against the other hairdo on the floor tonight, which is Logan Mann. Almost Cobra Kai look there.
Yeah, you know what? I was
thinking
thinking
sweep the leg or not.
I was thinking that when they were going through the lineups. I was like, God, that looks familiar. All right, Cobra Kai.
Yeah, sweep the leg. Just underway in Jesup, scoreless.
No mercy.
Try to push it in. Doesn't work, gets loose. 3-point ball, top of the key, no good, off a Troy Dolphin.
Both teams playing like this is their first official game.
And you're pretty much right.
Energy is high. Quality is maybe not up there quite yet. Both teams could stand to calm down just a hair.
Joey Youngblood rolls off his hands.
We'll see Joey do that a lot this year. McCombs with the drive, no good. And then the foul.
Yeah, just a different team, you know, with Leno and Schmidt and Wyatt.
Yeah.
You know, for the number of years we saw him on the floor. And, you know, you've got, you know, the players that are out there, and you've talked about this, really looking at Moore and Youngblood as your most experienced ones on the squad.
Yep. Well, we were definitely spoiled with Leno and Wyatt. I mean, those guys were pretty special players. And you're not just going to fill those shoes overnight.
Hard to fill the orange shoes, that's for sure.
Nice dump off.
Joey Youngblood.
By Cade Nolan to Joe. Cade really gets the ball up and down the court fast. Sometimes a little out of control. But you can, I'd rather get it up and down fast. You can always dial the other back a little bit. Nice block by Moore. Moore's one of those guys that I remember when he was younger, I didn't think, he just didn't look like one of those kids that was going to turn into a great athlete, and I feel terrible for saying that or ever thinking that. He's a lot of fun to watch out there. He's come a long ways.
From football to basketball.
By the way, every time I look in the mirror since I was a little guy, I also said, wow, you do not look like a kid that's going to be much of an athlete.
It's still
and I still say that.
At least you got it confirmed, I guess. Halftime, Jay is down at the north end of the floor. Not quite sure what's going on. I question him laying on the floor with the cheerleaders standing with their skirts the way they were, but
hopefully we have the female version of Jay tonight. Not sure what's going on with Jay.
Got a new shtick going, I guess. Just 2 points That's all we've got on the scoreboard are 2 points. And credit that to Joey Youngblood. Comets on the inbound, going to that north basket. They're moving the ball, just trying to find the shots.
Nice pass inside by Troy Dolphin.
Mann will get the first basket for the Comets. Welcome everybody on the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology tonight.
Don't do that. Don't do that, McCombs. Just get back.
Nolan let guard in. Point doesn't go. Nice pull away by Trey Teskey.
Looked pretty clean. Almost got a hand in there. Group of Jayhawks into the game. We've got Van Brocklin. Who all do we have there? Johnson. Oh, and Fueling, Cooper Fueling. Some of these guys, I'm still getting used to seeing them growing up.
Yeah, it's kind of probably unreal to see that they're actually old enough to be out there.
Yeah.
Kind of felt that way at football. It exposed us there. A three-pointer for the Comets.
Jack Garber. And on the other end, Cooper Fueling enters the game and in about 3 seconds buries a three and a turnover. So the Jayhawks will get it again.
Nice turnaround and response. Keeps it tied. Under 4 minutes. Joey's going to lose it at the feet. Van Brocklin covering quick on that guard. They're going to push it outside for a three air ball. Joey Youngblood right there to pull the board.
Jayhawks always looking to push.
Cole Van Brocklin to Youngblood. No look.
Boy, we're
Johnson.
Struggling hanging on to the balls tonight.
Johnson a little disappointed with the stop of momentum that Jesup had. Mann fakes a three.
Get out there. Yeah, we're going to need to guard that pretty tight. That'll make it 8-5, 2:57 to go in the first period here. Jesup regroups, looks to get something going on offense.
That's three three-pointers, I think, all together in a row that we've seen. No one for three. Rolls around and a foul on the Comets.
No, that's going to go on Johnson.
No, it is going to go on Johnson. His first, the team's fourth.
Jesup in a 2-3 zone.
Nolan and Van Brocklin up top, and Mann finds an opening, rolls in and out. Push under the net.
We're going to get Johnny Neff with the foul there. Pretty unintentional. He fell down as a result of another player and fell into our guy, and it was like dominoes.
Second team foul for BCLUW. Quick first quarter. Youngblood. Cade Nolan. And keep it left side, going baseline. There's a block there, and Johnson bounce off his hands.
Really nice look inside.
And you got some frustration there for Johnson.
Yeah, we're going to see McCombs and Moore come in for, I suspect, Johnson and Barrett will also come in. So we're going to see 3 guys take a seat here. Fueling, Johnson, and Nolan take a seat. Johnson's upset with himself tonight. He's fine. It's the first game. He's just got to get himself under control. He's going to have a lot of good basketball ahead of him here.
9-5 Comets. Colby and Brocklin comes up to get that. Try to ignite an offense. McCombs pulls up. Outside shooter, no good.
Falls away a little bit on it.
Jesup strong on that zone, quick on it. You've got some speed on that floor too. Moore by himself.
Oh, that's
Off the
goaltend.
back, and they will count it.
There we go. That's a good hustle play by the Comets there. Not a legal move, but kind of impressive nonetheless. Good play by Moore too to get down and take that ball up strong. That was going in the hole.
9-7 the score.
Boy,
and a nice little
I didn't think that
lofty
thing
in
stood
play.
a chance. That was a awkward shot.
Taski 10 feet out on that one. Barrett can't get his hand on it. Comets will have it. Another 3 attempt by Mann, and he gets it again.
Comets filling it up from outside. I don't know what they got, 3 or 4 from beyond the arc now.
Yeah, you're looking at 3 balls there.
Foul on the ground. It's going to go against Jake Garber. Be Jake's first on the night. Stand corrected. That's going to go against Johnny Neff, and that will be Johnny's second.
So this BCLUW squad, only 4 wins last year. 4-18. And Troy Dolphin was their leading scorer, averaging 11 points 1 year ago. And Logan Mann a year ago, averaging just over 7.
Landon was looking to make the move before he had the ball on that one. That's 23, he's a leaper. Logan Mann. Dude's got some springs under his shoes. Foul on the ground against Joey. Not against Joey. Foul will go against Keegan Reinhardt. Joey with the drive floater, no good.
And that'll be the buzzer. In the first quarter, Jesup down by 9 in this one, 7-16. Luke and Jesup, just 3 Jayhawks in the book. Feeling's got that 3. He came in off the bench. Alex Moore with the basket, as well as Joe Youngblood, leading scorer. Logan Mann, 2 3-pointers, and another field goal with a total of 8, leading BCLUW. So 2 quick teams, but Jesup still trying to find that right shot that's going to go in.
Well, one thing about hitting threes, you're usually not going to hit threes all game long. They hit 3 in the first quarter, and that's the difference in this game right now. Now I realize we hit a 3 in there too, so I'm not saying that they don't deserve to be where they're at. They've definitely played a better offensive game so far, but there's a lot of game to play, and we've got a few guys out here that just need to slow the roll just a hair, execute over trying to go a million miles an hour.
But you look at that roster, Luke, for Luke Higgins, head coach of BCLUW. You got 4 of the 5 starters are seniors. So
Yeah.
they've played together. They know how each other moves, especially in that offense. Compared to Jesup, you got 3 seniors, a junior, a sophomore.
Yep. And there you go. There's another 3 right there.
And when those are working, it's hard to catch up.
Nice move by Joey. Gonna need to see more of Joey here. Senior leader and has the skills to back it up.
Jesup trailing by 10.
Oh, you can't throw it. That's a tough pass for a big guy underneath. Nice pass back to Moore, though. Moore with the soft hands.
Travel.
Well, good defense by Landon Brett. Force the travel.
Cade Nolan will take that point. Roll right, come left with Moore. And McCombs comes baseline, forces his way in
Nice
there,
drive.
and he'll get it finally.
Nice work by McCombs. That'll bring us within 5 or 6. You know who's counting. 13-19.
I was impressed you didn't have to take your shoes off even. That's always a
Well,
positive.
I've got 10 fingers, so we're okay.
19-13, leading scorer for the Jayhawks. 2 of them actually, 4 points each. You look at Alex Moore and also Joe Youngblood, credit him up there, but 10 points. We got to keep an eye again on Logan Mann, senior for the Comets. Head coach Luke Higgins, assisted by Dylan Humple and Donna Fiskus. And then Jesup. You've got Joe Smines, been at the helm for a few years. Been involved program for quite a few as well, but Luke, that staff he's got down there with Steve Schmidt, and Mike Johnson, and Nick Donnelly, Dirk Dahl, Brock Sabers help out in the middle school end of things, and Kevin McCombs, Buck's down there handling the stats.
Yep. Got Brock Sabers. Did you say Brock Sabers?
I
Maybe
did.
You did.
I did.
I apologize. Brock and Dirk doing the middle school thing.
But they've got 1 game under their belt too, middle school, other than earlier today.
Nice defense by Joey Youngblood. Forces the turnover there.
Cade Nolan's going to go inside the lane. And the Comets right there to take it away. Teskey. Teskey trying to take it in. No good underneath. Rebound on the offensive end. And we'll see Jack Garber get his 6th point of the night.
Van Brocklin and fueling back into the game for Nolan and Moore. See if we can get fueling out there on the arc. Get a couple more of those 3 balls. Five
5 minutes to go until halftime. Girls coach Tom Klein will join us in the U.S. Sailor halftime show. Girls squad losing tonight, 35-30. 5 minutes to go. Scoring's really slowed down for Jesup, and they just have a hard time getting to that hole. Youngblood will lose it, but Jesup will retain it. That hole, Youngblood. Fueling, kick it out to Cole. Pull up from Johnson, trying to make do.
Travel. Oh, gonna get Fueling for the foul. It's probably a fair call.
Second personal for Fueling.
Jesup's already got the Comets at the line. 7 team fouls.
Seven points for Garber. Make it 8. 3 for 4 at the charity stripe.
Youngblood brings the ball up the court.
Cole will come baseline, fights his way up, can't get it. Nice follow up by Johnson. That doesn't go in. Back to Comets.
It's going to be a foul on Fueling. So that's his quick second.
Actually make it his third personal.
Third.
We're going to see Kate Nolan come in. And that's just, you got to chalk that up to being a freshman, I think. And
Yep.
your experience, first time experience on the varsity floor. Failed free throw results in an offensive board and a basket.
We're just getting
by
out.
Knopf.
We're just getting outmanned right now. They are stronger than us on the boards.
Just cannot pull those down.
Nope.
3:26 till halftime. Man in the corner. No good. Whistle blown underneath.
Keegan Reinhardt checking in, back into the game for the Comets. He's going to replace Johnny Neff. Timeout. Coach Luke Higgins for the Comets. He's going to take a 30-second.
We invite you again to check out heartlandtechnology.com. Wasn't for Heartland Technology, we wouldn't be here. At least not tonight, anyway.
Wouldn't be up here anyway.
Wouldn't be up here anyway.
These sweet high-dollar seats we've got.
Noticed no one else is up here with us. I believe our bouncer, Eric Clark, has pushed them aside. But anyway, go to heartlandtechnology.com, and quite an asset for this community, Luke, to have a company like that, and the board of directors and the staff especially, with what they can offer, not just telephone anymore, but digital cable and broadband access to buy fiber to our homes, and also U.S. Sailor, key dealers in this area, and then coming online soon, big data center here right in the 50648.
Yeah, they're pretty much a one-stop shop down there for all your technology and technology needs, whether it's communications or visual or whatever the case may be. And like you said, we're going to soon be housing, dang, that is, what is that, 6 threes for them now?
Yeah, right in there. And if anybody's into Chewbacca, go ahead and stop on in. Tony Lang will be glad to let you play with his Chewbacca toys anytime. Harlan Technology, downtown Jesup.
Was my best Chewbacca, folks.
That's pretty good. I'll give you that one. Youngblood going to go to the line, draws a foul.
Tough night for the Jayhawks so far. We're trailing 30-13 with 2:17 to go in the first half. We're just getting killed from three-point line, or the three-point line, and then I would say what's hurt us even more than that is just the physicality. They're just stronger on the boards right now.
6 points for Joey, leading scorer for the Jayhawks. 2 minutes within 5. Still plenty of time. Comets are a threat beyond that arch, and they're a threat inside. Jayhawks really pushing them at now, pushing them beyond that arch. Hold up with Johnson. He's going to find the board.
There you go. Johnson rips one down strong. That's what we need to see, more of that. Joey Youngblood with the three ball.
There you go.
Nothing but net. Well, good enough anyway, right?
9 points for him. Brings within 12. And you can just see that energy in Joey's face.
See,
Johnson goes after it. He's going to draw the foul as Mann came vying for it as well.
but you know, I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Man, he got the foul there, but he shot that shot and he flew across. Yeah, he drew the foul. No, I'm sorry. The foul was on him, but he shot that shot and then just went in a dead sprint across the floor to try to get the rebound too. And that's, I mean, foul or not, that's how you win ball games.
Johnson will miss that free throw. Halftime, we're going to have the boys rec program out there shooting hoops. And we'll hear from Coach Klein talk about the girls' game from earlier tonight on the USA halftime show. And Johnson deflects it as Keegan Reinhardt was just there waiting for it to pull the trigger, and Johnson clean on the out-of-bound knock.
Crowd always likes a good block. Alex Moore.
Oh, now we're saying it's a foul. They're going to say he did touch him. There was some confusion there on both sides of the floor.
So Youngblood's going to,
Coach
Johnson is going to take a seat.
Coach Smines wants an answer. So Reinhardt lost a chance on a two with that ball getting knocked away. We'll see if that doesn't result in 2 points on the free throw line. The first one is. (31-18). Second free throw. Fault line goes back towards Jesup way.
Comets bring what appeared to be the start of a press, but I'm not sure if everybody had the same order on that one. Well, we keep driving that baseline, getting ourselves stuck down in no man's land, then fire bounce passes at our big men's legs.
Cade Nolan on his own. He's in the book. First points of the year.
Nice steal by Van Brocklin.
Deflected clean. CVB trying to get it.
It's going to be a foul. Keegan Reinhardt. That's got to be his third or at least. Yep, 3 fouls on Keegan. He's going to take a seat. Mason Yanis to come in for Keegan.
Jesup finally seeing a spark. McCombs, Van Brocklin, Youngblood, Nolan, Moore all on the floor. Free throw.
And Brocklin nails the first one. I think they got a little upset about the situation. Keep it PC here. Or not PC, family friendly, I should say.
That works too. Van
That's
Brocklin
travel.
trying to tick at it.
Pulled his
Ball
foot.
gets loose out of bounds. It will be Jesup's ball off of Jack Garber.
Jesup found a defense. They suddenly realized they're smaller and quicker.
Take advantage of it. Nolan behind the back, almost loses it, and a foul. We'll send Nolan to the free throw line. Both teams are in the bonus.
It was a tough call.
Logan Cole will pull off the warm-up top. He will come out on the floor. Free throw in front of the rim.
Get the old legs into it.
Clock ticked off a little bit there. Jesup in that double bonus, so it's an automatic 2 shots. And there was about 2 or 3 tenths of a second that went off that clock.
Trying to get that reset here. In the meantime, we're going to see Eric Knott check in for the Comets. He'll replace Troy Dolphin.
It's less than 10-point margin. Trying to keep it that way going into half as Nolan doesn't hit that free throw, and half-court shot off a man does not go either. It is halftime. Jesup trailing 31-22 as we look at the scoring in this contest.
Here we go, Nate. Hold on. I'm about to win.
Okay. Okay, so you did not win the 50-50 drawing.
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't. You can go on.
Okay, that's what I needed to know. I can go to sleep now. I think anyway. So as we get through this tonight, right now at halftime, again the score 31-22. BCLUW leading Logan Mann. He came in tonight. I think we got 3 3-pointers for him. He's at 13 points, 8 points for Jack Garber, 5 for Troy Dolphin, bucket apiece for Neff and Teskey, free throw for Reinhardt. Leading scorer for the Jayhawks, 9 points, Joey Youngblood. Cole Van Brocklin and Alex Moore with 4 and 3 for Fueling. He comes off the bench, hits a nice 3 straight away. And then Kate Nolan, Dylan McCombs. They each have a basket as well. Coming up on the U.S. Sailor halftime show, we'll be hearing from head coach Tom Klein as he makes his way up the ladder. Get a chance to put the headset on him here and get a chance to look at where we're at. Jayhawks coming in now 1-1 of the year, and coach, without Emily Treptow, the real flow just wasn't there, but you play 3 quarters, and all of a sudden you get into that fourth. I'm not quite sure the momentum just really swung in their favor.
We went into halftime. We only had 4 turnovers. We finished the second half with 14. So we didn't take care of the ball very well. Like I said, there were 2 stretches where we had 3 straight turnovers, no shot. Went a little bit later again, 3 straight possessions, no shot. That really hurts. So, and like I say, we're going to miss a person like that. This is her 3rd year of varsity, but like we told the girls before, you know, no excuses. We got to go out there and play. People got to step up, you know, do a little bit more if you have to. So it was tough. Like I say, I looked at the scoreboard or the score sheet. We each had 11 2-point goals. We each had 2 3-point goals. They had 5 more free throws.
You know, really it was a game of fundamentals almost, see.
Yeah.
You know, you got your passing down.
Yeah.
You know, you can work that arch. It's just getting in there. But, you know, aggressive play by Peyton McCone, Allison Flaherty. I'll be interested to see where she's at by the end of the year.
Yeah, she's come a long way. Like I say, work a few fundamental stuff in the post there. She still gets a little bit in a hurry, but like I say, she's come a long way. She's done really well for us. Like I say, I mean, when you hear the starting lineup, sophomore, you know, we're missing one junior. Jama was back, came off the bench tonight. Obviously, she'll eventually be in our starting lineup, but it was good to have her back on the floor. You could tell she was ready to go. The first few possessions she was in there, she went strong. So, like I say, we're there. It's a tough loss, but like I say, it's early in the season. We'll learn from it, and we'll move on.
So there's got to be some more discussions. I suppose it's you know, you've got your work on the floor.
Sure.
But the leader out there.
Yeah.
And I think probably what Emily does to the Lingenfelter girls, what she brings out in them, you could almost see that starting to happen with Brianna trying to ignite the rest of the team.
And I told her, I said, you know, Emily's basically my coach on the floor. I go to her a lot. You know, I told Bree, I said, that's your job tonight. You know, she's not there. You've got to do that. And she did a nice job. She does a nice job running the offense. And like I say, without Emily there, you know, they know Brittany can shoot threes, so they're going to bring people there. You know, if we have Emily on the other side of the floor, you know, we've got that open there. But, you know, like I say, we had some shots, didn't go. Like I say, I said I've worked with Coach Gillespie a lot of years already. And one of his comments there, the team that's the most aggressive and physical usually wins. And that's the team that won tonight.
Well, I suppose going back too, Brianna's going to be really looking of how Emily does do that leadership when she's on the floor. I suppose when she comes back here, hopefully on Friday.
Yep, hopefully, like I say, this morning she texted me. She had 103-degree temperature, so hopefully, you know, she's getting better. And I know her. It probably took her a lot to stay home today, but the good thing was she needed the rest. And then, like I say, hopefully she'll be back with us on Friday, and we'll be going.
Yeah, I had Nick Green up here at halftime of your game, and we were talking about cross country, and I said to Emily, I said, just because we're talking about how much we miss you doesn't mean you can just slack off now. You know, you really got to get after it and get going. Let's talk through the week. You get some preparation, and you don't know if you have Emily or not.
Yep.
But you got Union coming out on Friday, and that's always a tough squad.
And well, like I say, we kind of threw Peyton McCone out at the wing tonight. We kind of walked through that, pretty much knowing he was probably going to play zone. So now tomorrow we will probably, you know, work her in that position so she's more comfortable with it. I mean, she did a nice job just, you know, we threw her in there. And so, yeah, we'll do a different type of preparation there in case, like I say, we don't know. That way we're prepared if Emily's not there.
I suppose going through it once here tonight, and you can talk and talk and talk about it until you actually experience it.
Sure.
And now you just hope the switches are going on.
Yeah, you know, and it's like I just told my assistant, it's not, I mean, our bench isn't very deep, you know. I say when we're playing JV, all those girls sitting there, freshmen, only have 2 quarters left. And again, it's tough for freshmen to come in, play varsity. You know, that's a tough jump from junior high to there. You know, you don't want to use them if you don't have to. And like I say, our bench isn't very deep right now, and it showed. I think some of it was fatigue tonight. You know, I mean, both Lingenfelds I don't think came off the floor.
Right.
You know, because Jamie hadn't played much, we were rotating our posts fairly decent. So I mean, it's tough to go 32 minutes without a break. So.
What do you think you'll see from Union on Friday? How are they looking this year?
They're young. He lost his top 7. They were all seniors last year. I think he's got freshmen, sophomores. You know, we kind of go off JV. he's always he has a system that he runs. Like I say, they'll be patient on offense. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if most of his games are low scoring. You know, he runs that system. As soon as the defense breaks down, they score. You know, so I'm anticipating, you know, something slow paced and try and control the game.
Well, Coach, good luck. The next 3 weeks here get busy really quick, don't they?
Yes, they do. So,
Coach, I guess we'll keep going.
Yeah,
we'll keep going.
that's right. We'll keep fighting.
We'll keep fighting, and we'll be back here again on Friday.
All right, thank you.
All right. That's head coach Tom Klein, girls basketball here for Jesup. His squad losing by 5 tonight at home. I'm Nate Clayberg. We're on the Jayhawk Sports Network. It is halftime. We've got a few more minutes until we get this thing rolling again. We shall return right here on the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology. We are back for second half action on the Jayhawk Sports Network. From Heartland Technology, I'm Nate Clayberg, Luke Baldwin. Up in the Hawks' Nest tonight, Anthony Baugh keeping things rolling. Eric Clark on camera. As we set to go, Jesup going towards that north basket. They get first possession, and Joey Youngblood's going to find Cade Nolan for the first hoop of the game, or the second half.
That was good ball movement there. Got the defense turned around, and then they toss it out of bounds, so back to the Jayhawks. We could start this period off by bringing the score within 5.
Joey Youngblood, actually more on that right corner. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Jesup's. McCombs finds the hoop.
Combs, that's a strong move. That's a couple of strong moves I've seen by him tonight.
Yeah, he's finding that confidence to get further inside. Earlier in the game, he was hanging more out.
Yeah, Moore gets called for the foul there, and he just kind of put him, I'm not sure it was much of a foul at all, but he put himself in the position where the ref's almost always going to call it. Travel? Yep. Comets step up to give the impression that they're going to press and then pull back.
Moore for three.
Nothing but net. Boom. 29-31. Good start to the second half for the Jayhawks. See if we can keep it going here.
And almost a save.
He tried to sell it.
Dancing the line in the end zone. 6:40 on that third period clock. Comets from BCLUW in town. And Nolan right in there again. Nolan missing a big chunk of the football season this fall due to concussion. Nice to see him back moving around quick on the floor this winter.
Yeah, we saw a lot of concussions in football this year, unfortunately. Nice.
No look to McComb.
Nice pass, little floater. McComb's got a little floater that doesn't seem like it's going to stand a chance, and then it goes right in.
Foul against Barrett. That'll be his second. That is the team's second team foul for the half. Free throw off the front from Johnny Neff. And he'll get that one to go. Behind the back dribble. Youngblood down low to Barrett. Ball bounces off of Landon. And a full court press. Trying to find somebody to get it, and there's Mann with it. Right between the legs of Moore, gets loose. Nolan twirls, finds Barrett, and back to McComb.
Oh.
Gets slicked on a block three, gets his own board, and wow, a lot of touches. Foul for Jake Garber. Official didn't like the physicality on that end of the floor. Maybe his first personal.
There you go.
And doesn't go. Man there to pull it in.
Charge.
Wow, he was set. McComb could have ate a sandwich for as long as he was sitting there. Cole Van Brocklin in for Alex Moore.
Coach Luke Higgins of the Comets, I think, still arguing the call on the opposite side of the court there.
McComb will come and hit the bench as well. Fueling. And Van Brocklin new to the floor right now in the second half. Joey Youngblood to Cole, back to Cade. Twirl in, finds Joey for the three, no good. And right there, Cole Van Brocklin.
Oh, he called that a
there.
jump ball?
He got a present. It was like Cole was downfield catching that ball.
That was a quick tie-up call, but that was nice work by Van Brocklin. Yep.
Man gets by 2 or 3 Jayhawks, so we're going to see a foul. I believe on Van Brocklin. And Luke, believe it or not, we're 1 point away from tying this up.
Yep.
After being down
A little change
11.
of pace. Made some adjustments at halftime. Definitely picked up our intensity, our defensive intensity for sure. In fact, we started picking that up a little bit in the second quarter.
Feeling picked that orange out of the sky, and now he's going to take a 3. 5 guys going up to pull that board. And Nolan will have it.
Johnson set to check in. No good on the first one.
Troy Dolphin.
And we'll see Landon Barrett take a seat in exchange for Johnson.
Extend that out. Now a 2-point game. Free throw for Dolphin gives him 6.
Make good passes here, fellas. Travel. No. Push.
Is that on Johnson?
No, that was on Jesup. You can call that on. Oh, I'm sorry. Youngblood, sorry.
Joey with that third personal. And another ball goes the Comets' way.
Probably going to have to get Joey out of there. And it looks like Coach Smines is going to do that. He's going to bring more in, presumably for Joey Youngblood.
And you hate to see that. He's got 9 points tonight. Leading scorer.
Trey Teskey can't make good on the first. Oh,
actually
Josh Johnson comes out of the game.
Roll the dice and just have Joey be a little more cautious.
Yep.
When everybody on the blocks, free throw counts. Teskey with his 3rd point, first one the second half. Joey turns, pulls up, and travel. Eric Knott off the bench for the Comets. And Jesup putting that full court. Out of stretch, man, and Youngblood, or actually Moore diving in.
Hustle play.
Moore hit his head a little bit.
Nolan's got to watch his communication with the ref here. There we go. Moore draws the foul, or gets, I should say, gets Logan Mann to draw the foul. Cade Nolan, he's a pretty vocal kid, passionate kid about the game, but he's got to watch his communication with the refs because they don't take too kindly to being questioned too many times.
Feeling for 3. Right over the iron. Van Brocklin can't get the board, putting pressure on Knott. Four minutes, 3rd quarter. Getting Nolan posting up, travel, wow.
I was going to say, that's some pretty great defense. If they called foul there, I wouldn't have done anything, but I would have been upset about it, that's for sure.
Idle threats. 3-point game. Jesup has yet. I was going to say, did we lead out of the gate 2-0, and then it quickly turned. Bounce into Youngblood. He's going to lose it.
fairly. We've had a good third quarter here, but all in all, this has not been the prettiest game you're ever going to see. A lot of turnovers, a lot of fouls.
You know, when you already have your opponents in the bonus, and Joey Youngblood officially with his 4th foul. And here comes Barrett. Landon Barrett started the game. I wouldn't say he's seen a ton of minutes.
He's been out there quite a bit. Need to see him. I don't think we've seen him on the board yet, though, have we?
No, just on the foul side.
He's the guy we got to get. We got to get in the offensive action here.
McCombs,
3
well
points.
needed. 3 points. Wow.
Remember another McCombs we used to yell 3-point for?
And at that point,
His older brother.
he was up here running film. And now he's down on the floor draining them.
Yeah, that's right.
But did he have a nickname? Did we ever come up with that?
I don't know.
So Alex had a nickname, right?
I don't
We're having
remember.
this discussion a couple years ago.
I don't remember.
And where did you get a soccer ball?
I just found it in the corner. It's not yours?
No, I didn't bring it. Not tonight, anyway.
I'm gonna have to leave this sucker up here. Give me something to do. Not play soccer. I don't know the first thing about it. Yeah. Just
I wanna
toss
see
it
you start
around and all of a
bouncing
sudden
that.
it shoots
Yeah.
out of my hand.
Won't even know. 34-34, tied up on that 3. As we will get ready to go here shortly. Nice to see Zach Knutson could put down the diapers and join us tonight.
Zach in the house? Not in the house. At his house.
He does say one of us sounds good, or he says we sound good, at least one of us anyway.
Zach.
I'll take that for what it's worth, I guess.
New dad. Father to one of the cutest darn kids I've ever seen in my life.
Nolan.
She's got a head of hair on her that I'm pretty jealous of.
.234. Comets slowing it down a little bit. No good. Mann tried to find the board, but Alex Moore did.
Pushing the back. That's going to go against Keegan Reiner, and that is that 5? Maybe just 4 on Keegan. That's Keegan's
It's gonna be his
4th,
fourth.
but he is going to take a seat, be replaced by Mason Yantis.
Cole Van Brocklin bringing across the midcourt on that inbound. Nolan by himself.
That's
Dragged the shot. Finds Cole. Steps up for 3. No good. Barrett finds it. Turns around. and
yeah,
drops
there
it.
we go. Landon
He's finally
Barrett,
in the book.
first official game points of his his varsity career.
Jesup takes the lead on that basket. 36-34. And he'll tie back up again with Troy Dolphins roll in from the right. He's at 8. McCombs out to Moore, back out of his reach
That's
and
gonna
over his
stay
head.
here. Not probably the pass coach likes to see, that cross-court pass is oftentimes intercepted.
Picked by Barrett, trying to open up a hole underneath.
Oh,
And there's Moore.
Nice pass by Brett to Moore. Man, if Brett spins left on that instead of right, he's got a wide open shot.
Minute to play. And Barrett stepping it up.
Brett's a strong kid. He gets his hand on. Oh, no. Forcing a little bit there.
Lingle outside. They'll see that go back towards Jesup. 52.7 seconds. Barrett try and take it on his own, but was looking for more, and Moore had shifted.
Yep. Day late and a dollar short. It was a good idea. Wow, I don't know how Moore got himself stopped there without traveling. And one. Maybe. Landon coming alive here in the fourth quarter. Took him a while to get his motor going, but it's humming now.
He's got his 4 points. And in and out on the free throw. 18 fouls for Jesup, 5 for BCLUW. The Comets coming in from Conrad tonight. A little bit of a drive down Highway 20. No good. 8 points or 8 seconds remain. Trying to strengthen this lead. Nolan on his own at the buzzer. No good. So Jesup with that 4-point advantage and shutting down BCLUW by a margin of 18-5.
It's a good third quarter.
That third quarter.
That's a good third quarter. Coach is going to be happy about that quarter. Still a little messy. A lot of turnovers that you'd like to clean up, but I don't know. You play fast, you're going to have some of those.
But you see the difference right now, Luke, with 3 players that really stepped up this second half. You know, Dylan McComb sitting with 9. Alex Moore's got 9. That includes 5 this second half. And Landon Barrett, he's got 4 coming in. Those are actually Cade Nolan with 4 as well. But McCombs, Barrett, Moore. That's Jesup in the third quarter.
Yep. I wouldn't be surprised to see those 3 names quite a bit throughout the year.
And leading scorer, 2 players with 8. Jack Garber, Troy Dolphin. Garber scoreless in the second half.
A little worried about Jay tonight. I'm not sure what's going on there.
Hope he doesn't have strep either. Don't need that. Or quite possibly the bird flu. McCombs, 3 doesn't work. Man almost on his own. McCombs there. And there's a foul there, but I'm not quite sure anybody touched anybody. That'll be the second personal on McCombs. I'll question that call again. It's not going to do me any good, but free throw counts for Mann. Would you believe that's his first point of the second half after having 14 in the first half?
Nice pass. Oh. Moore drew the foul on the called that on the floor. Nice pass nonetheless by Landon.
Man on the rebound and the run. He's dribbles faster than his legs.
There you go,
McCombs for
McCombs.
3. Dillon in double figures now with 12 points, leading the Jayhawks. Senior player. Air ball out of bounds. Cole, watch it go.
They're ready to beat off anybody that tried to get to it.
Yeah, they really came at him. 6:49, 3 again, no good. Throw underneath, wide open.
Breakdown in defense there, left one guy all by himself.
Manson Yadis. (43-41). Jayhawks maintain that lead. And Barrett will get his chance at the free throw line. That was the second personal against Yanis this game. 7th team foul, second half. The mullet won't get the charity strap one to drop.
Jeez, you call a foul on that? I guess. It's a kind of a tough foul.
I was just letting it kind of work its way out.
Yeah.
Didn't know what else was going to happen.
You're going to see Joey Youngblood check back into the game for Van Brocklin. Joey, number 4, with 4 fouls. So he's got to play somewhat careful here. But honestly, and this is nothing against Joey, but we've done really well without him. So, oh, he must have checked in too early. He's got to spend some time at the scorer's table first. But I've kind of liked this lineup that we've had here.
It's a nice mix.
Yeah. Again, that it made it sound like I didn't want Joey in the game. That's not what I was intending. Apparently that's what Eric and Anthony heard.
That you wanted Joey in the game?
That I didn't.
Oh, you did not.
Yeah. Nice rebound by Barrett.
Nolan. Swick out to McCombs. Barrett will hold up real estate in the middle, but Jesup just can't find an opportunity there.
Our guys, we have a tendency to just come in there just crashing at the boards. Launching the ball straight off the board. Come in there with a little softer touch. What do you guys give me to chuck this soccer ball out there?
I don't know. What do you want?
I don't know. Couple bucks. Yeah. Free pass out of the building, as Anthony says. I think that'd be one way to get that. Oh, good look by McCombs. Couldn't get it.
(43-43). 3 ball rolls in.
Nice,
Credit that to
nice
Dolphin.
shot by Troy Dolphin. I don't know, what's Dolphin's numbers tonight? I don't feel like he's
got 11 points.
He does have 11, okay. It's been kind of a quiet 11.
With that lead, and it's going to go out of bounds off the Comets. It will be Jayhawk ball.
Here's the bad thing about being up in this box. Half price pizza and pretzels. We're stuck up here.
by the time we get there, but I don't see anybody rushing for the concession stand.
Nice floater by McCombs.
.443 to go in the game.
Got a little moisture on the floor here.
So a little hiccup in the internet, Anthony. So we had a reboot on the Facebook. Facebook timed us out, so we had to relaunch. For those of you who are wondering what's going on and maybe have made your way back.
Flux capacitor went down.
Or they just said, forget them. Timeout on the floor, Jesup again.
Trying to get a
1 point advantage.
Trying to get a Cresser's attention down there. See if I can launch this soccer ball down to him.
Not really focused on us, which is surprising. You got nobody's attention.
I got the Lingenfelter girls' attention down there.
Did you, or did they just humor you?
No, she saw me. I think she gave me one of those looks like,
yeah, you're as creepy as everybody talks about.
You're weird. Those are two good girls. Get in there. Yes,
there you go.
Filling it up. That'll put us back up by 2. Get some strong defense going here for the Jayhawks.
Man.
Man.
He's going to 19 on that 3. That's his 4th one tonight, I think.
He's the one that's impressed me more than anybody for the Comets.
Back and forth, back and forth. Nolan out to Barrett. Forces his way
nice
in there.
Move
nice
by
touch.
Barrett.
He's got 6. Nolan spinning. Looking for an opening. Had to hit it high out to Youngblood. McCombs deep for 3.
That was probably not a
He'll save
great
it.
shot from McCombs.
Nice save.
Nice
and
cut, but that's
McCombs
gonna be
will
a
come
charge.
in.
No,
Oh,
that's a charge.
Charged in.
He was set. He was set for an hour. That was a nice cut nonetheless. Great idea, the defense. Defense knew it was coming.
Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology. I'm Nate Kleberg, Luke Baldwin, either voice you hear as we close out the last 3 minutes of this one, and it is a barn burner. Really has picked up speed here in this 4th quarter. Jesup taking advantage of an 18-5 run in the 3rd quarter to catch up from being down at half 31-22.
No.
One-footed jumper. No good from Nolan. Goes back the other way.
Yep.
Wow. 3 charges in a game.
They've all been legitimate charges.
They
too.
have. 2 for Jesup to their advantage. 1 to the Comets' advantage.
Trey Teskey almost asking for that one. He really didn't need to make that contact that he made there. He wasn't gaining anything from it.
Jesup the 1 point advantage. McCombs by himself.
Nice.
Easing in.
Combs is surprising the heck out of me here. He's really turned into a nice player.
I believe we had this same conversation with his brother.
Yeah,
but
we
I
did.
can't believe he's a senior.
Yeah. And I
was ready to call him a junior again.
And remember with Alex, I don't know what they called there. I missed it. Push on more.
Yeah, they pushed on more, and I would say man was more pressure there than Moore had.
Checking the replay here, Nate.
You getting clarification?
Yeah, I'm getting
from the booth?
clarification.
Man's second free throw. That'll go in. Take him to 21 points.
Huh.
Nolan trying to find Barrett. Posted up. McCombs. Three.
Boom!
22 for him.
McCombs having a game. Fired up.
4 3-pointers for McCombs.
I like it. More of that.
55-51, 22 points. Dylan McCombs. We got a few players in foul trouble situation. Joey Youngblood, he's got 4. A few more guys with 3. But Logan Mann, I anticipate, is the guy we really need to contain going down the stretch, because he can take it inside and he can shoot it from the arch. $100 seconds to go. Not going to happen.
Well, nice work there. Nice map.
You had to think about it, didn't you? 60 plus 4. Okay, yeah, I get it.
Ooh.
And
charge.
Another charge. Number 4. McCombs. I believe that's the second time he was set. Wow. Head coach Luke Higgins not impressed as we are with the charging calls. Really getting after his guys now.
That's the crazy thing, though. I mean, I'm trying to be,
Subjective,
realistic,
objective.
subjective, whatever you want to call it. I mean, they've been legit charge call. Oh. No, take it up. Take it up, dude.
Cole Van Brocklin can't find a door open, but he'll find Joey Youngblood.
There you go, Cole.
And Nolan will get hacked on. And both teams now in the double bonus.
Need these. Man. I think I've got a ruptured vertebrae, herniated vertebrae.
Is it from playing with that soccer ball up here?
No.
Probably from playing basketball. At noon, when are you going to learn?
I think it's from sitting. I have a stand-up desk that goes up and down, but I have a tendency to forget that it goes up, and I think I spend too much time
down.
With poor posture.
6 points for Cade Nolan total tonight. 57-51 is where we're sitting with just over a minute to play. 106 to be exact. The next broadcast is coming up on Friday. Boy-girl basketball doubleheader. LaPorte City Union will come up the county roads and be here for a game on Friday. What way do you take to LaPorte, Luke? Two different
back way.
ways.
I take the out by Sabres, the curve there. What's that road?
Blackhawk Buchanan County
yeah,
line.
Blackhawk Buchanan. I take that and cruise up or cruise down the back way.
It's a little more challenging with a bus.
Yeah, that's a winding road.
On his way, Jack Gardner gets his first basket of the second half. He's at 10.
Hold on.
Under a minute.
Make good decisions now here, boys.
Coach Smines saying slow it down, and Jack Garber, he was trying to speed it up. And he'll send Joey to the free throw line.
Oh, yeah. Compliments of Tracy Clark here. Melvin McCombs.
Melvin, yes. That was Alex, though, right?
That was Alex,
That was Alex, but we don't know if Dylan has one.
I don't know. We could create one for him.
We've got some time yet. Jesup
40
in the driver's seat.
40.9 seconds on the clock. 57-53 Jesup's lead, but certainly not even close to the time where you want to start celebrating. Right now, you just want to make really good decisions.
Joey Youngblood with 4 personal fouls, and McCombs will be the one they go after.
Good guy to put on the line, I would think, if his free throw shooting's anything like his outside shooting.
He's got 22 points.
I like his shoes.
Those are nice.
Fills it up.
As good as his free throw.
Landon Brett back in the game for Van Brocklin.
Brett.
Maybe he's going to take over the shoe game for Ethan. Or Ethan Wyatt left off.
24 points, 26 seconds
That was a
to
travel.
go.
That was a major travel.
And a bank in from Eric Knott. He's in the scorebook with his first basket. And McCombs will have the foul. Or no, we'll have...
yeah, he's going to shoot.
He will draw the foul, and that will be the first personal against Eric Knott. Actually, the 4th personal, I'm sorry, against Jack Garber.
Got it.
Automatic. Timeout, 1 on the floor. Again, we talked about coming up this weekend, boy-girl doubleheader happening Friday night.
Union.
LaPorte City Union coming into Jesup.
Union. I'm not sure about the boys, but the girls are very much down, I believe.
Yeah, a little recovering year is what Coach Klein had indicated. Girls team will also go up on Saturday. They'll travel up to Fayette. They'll face Dubuque Hempstead at an Upper Iowa hosted event. Jesup Wrestling will have the big tournament here on Saturday. Still looking for volunteers. Concessions or wherever. Reach out to the athletic office or Booster Club or just show up. Willing to help.
Is that Saturday? No.
That's
Saturday?
Saturday, and the Booster Club, the Pee Wee tournament
Pee Wee's on Sunday?
is on Sunday.
Okay.
And if you are a parent of a K through 4th grader and you have not heard, there is a holiday program on Monday, so be ready for that.
That's right.
Dress accordingly.
We are not parents of K through 4th graders, Nate.
Yes. And we're going to wind it down. Foul drawn. Nolan will go to the free throw line. Jayhawks will hold back.
So 6 seconds left. A lot can happen in 6 seconds, but if all goes as planned here, Jesup should close out this first game at 1-0. It's a heck of a battle. This is actually a pretty fun game to watch.
Start off challenging.
Yeah, it was not the prettiest game we've ever seen. A lot of turnovers, a lot of fouls.
And will the Comets get off one more shot? It will be challenging. And that's it. 61-55 is the score. Leading scorer for the Jayhawks, Dylan McCombs. 25 points. I think 3 or 4 3-pointers in there. Next down the line, you get 9 apiece for for Alex Moore and Joey Youngblood. 7 for Cade Nolan. 6 for Landon Barrett. 4 for Cole Van Brocklin. Fueling sophomore gets in there with a basket for the total of 61. Other side of it, Logan Mann. He's at 21 points. He quite a ball player, Luke, for BCLUW.
Yeah, he had a heck of a game.
He can go inside and shoot it from the arch. 11 points for Troy Dolphin. Jack Garber had 10. 4 for Johnny Neff, and Teske had 3. So it took some doing, but the Jayhawks are finding their way on the floor.
Yeah,
it happened in that third quarter.
Starting out, I mean, I guess it was kind of a typical first game, but even more so this year since it is such a different makeup for the team. They didn't, they really spent half a game trying to find their groove, I think, figure out what type of team they wanted to be. And, man, I tell you what, once they decided, you know what, I think we're pretty quick. We can probably play some lockdown defense. That changed the game, especially, they started to pick it up in the second quarter, but when they came out after half, they were night and day difference, and, that kind of ignited their offense then too.
So as we close out tonight, again, it's a whole new season for the Jayhawks, a different kind of team for Coach Smines as they find their way to where they're at now. Girls losing tonight to BCLUW, leading most of the game, but going down by a final score of 35-30. Jesup will go to 1-1 on the year for the girls' side. On the boys' side, it's 1-0. That's where you want to be as you start things off. Jayhawks, again, as we've talked about, will be at home on Friday hosting LaPorte City Union. 1 week from tonight, it's over to Dyke, and Friday, the 8th, they'll be at Hudson. The opponent tonight, BCLUW, leaves here with that loss. They'll be at Janesville on Thursday of this week. And then on Saturday, actually on Friday, they go right at it again. They'll be at home with South Hardin, and next Monday, Montezuma. So you're looking at, Luke, in a matter of less than a week, they've got 4 games that BCLUW has to face. Any final thoughts before we close out tonight?
No, it was a good game. The girls, tough one without their leader. As we said before, they're a much better team than they showed tonight, and they'll be fine. They just, they got to regroup and come back at it. The boys, pretty ugly game overall, but they came back with some fire in the second half, kind of showed us, I think, what they're capable of, especially from a quickness standpoint. And, I think we'll see some nice things from them this year. Maybe a little inconsistency, but I'm optimistic.
Dylan McCombs, leading scorer for Jesup, 25 points for him. We'll be back on Friday for the live stream of boys and girls. Jesup Jayhawks hosting Union. Follow Jayhawks Sports Network on Twitter at JayhawksSN. Like us on Facebook. Bookmark us, JayhawksSN.com if that's still a thing. For Luke Baldwin, our entire crew of Anthony Baugh, Eric Clark, and executive producer Tony Lang from the Hawks Nest, the Jesup Community Schools in Jesup, I'm Nate Clayberg. Everybody have a great rest of your week until we talk to you on Friday. Boys winning tonight, 61-55. Jesup girls going down to defeat by a final score 35-30 to BCLUW. To watch this entire game on replay as well as other previous Jesup High School athletic events, go to the video section on our Facebook page. This is the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology with music courtesy of bensound.com. Go Jayhawks and good night.